The 85-gallon electric hot water heater rheem marathon did not work. I took out the elements and did a continuity test. Both of them had continuity. I replaced both thermostats. After installing the elements and thermostats, I filled the heater with water. I encountered a leak, located behind the top thermostat mounting plate. I thought it might be the element gasket, so I took out the element and lubricated the gasket. I again installed the element, and again it leaked from behind the thermostat mounting plate. What can I do to figure out where the leak is coming from?
All work to be permitted and inspected. We keep going until you have the information you need. I come and go. Be patient. This is step 1. Hello, welcome to Just Answer. The mounting plate on most of those is spot welded to the tank. On an older heater, that area can corrode, and the spot weld can leak. It's not common, but it can happen. Tell me if a spring clip is used to hold the thermostat to the plate or not, or if it's screwed into place. Tell me about how old the heater is, where the mounting plate is in relation to the heating element flange, and how far apart they are. We can go from there.
It was new in 2006. The plate is mounted around the element installation hole and the actual thermostat is screwed onto the plate. When I am refilling the heater with water with the element installed, there is an air leak noise, hissing, coming from, I think, behind the plate. I put a wrench to the element and made sure it was snug, but the hissing air leak noise did not change. I suppose it could be the gasket, but is not twisted and looks to be in good shape.
Hello again, it is almost certainly the gasket in that case. I would remove the heating element and look for any way it could be a bad fit and prevent pressure onto the gasket when you snug the heating element down. Make sure you have the fit right first. And snug the hold down bolts in a cross pattern. A little at a time in an X shape so that the flange pulls down evenly. I would stop by an auto supply store and buy a small tube of high temperature rated forma gasket. Remove the heating element assembly. Wipe it dry with alcohol. Then fit it up using the forma gasket, being careful not to get any substantial amount where it can squeeze into the heater. Let the gasket material harden up according to the instructions on the tube before you put any pressure to the tank. Key here will be a meticulous examination of how all the pieces fit, allowing you to put pressure on the gasket. Anytime you can hear a leak hissing, it is less likely to be a gasket problem than a bad fit of some sort. Let me know how that goes, we can proceed from there.
The heating element is a screw and type mount, meaning the whole element twists in and tightens like a bolt would. The gasket is like a flat-sided O-ring and snugs up to the flange which is on the water heater. The threads are clean both on the element and water heater. It has not been cross-threaded and screws in easily. I'm going to the auto parts store with the gasket, O-ring type, and see if I can get a new one. I will let you know how that goes.
Hello again. A neoprene O-ring will look good but likely not stay in place unless it fits into a recessed groove. You might try wrapping the threads in Teflon tape as well. Wrap the tape around clockwise as you face the threads, and use just a single wrap for the first 1/4 of an inch, then 2 or 3 wraps as you approach the flange end. That way the tape will stay in place when started in the threads, and tend to compress as you near the fully tightened position. You might be better off with forma gasket than with an O-ring if it's contained within a groove.
I tried the O-ring with no success. I had purchased a new element, when I thought the element was the problem, so I took that flat-sided gasket and tried it. No success. The leak is not coming down the front side of the thermostat mounting plate where the element screws in, but from behind it. The plate is welded to the outside of the opening, so if the problem was the gasket, the leak would be on the front side of the mounting plate. The leak comes from behind the mounting plate. Could there be a seam crack on the housing of the heater?
Hello again. Yes, there could be a bad weld around the threaded boss that the heating element screws into. You may want to try it without the mounting plate attached, so that you can physically see what's leaking. Stay in touch.
The mounting plate is welded to the screw and hole for the element. There is no way to remove the mounting plate. I tried the Teflon tape. Again, the leak comes from behind the plate. I think I need some on-site help. The leak is coming from, I think, behind the water heater outer cover and showing up at the opening where the top element is located. Now I need to figure out how to see under the plastic outer covering.
Indeed, it does sound like someone is going to have to actually look at it. I will be interested in what they find. Meantime, I will opt out so the rest of our plumbers here can look at your question.
I will listen to any suggestions. If someone is hands-on familiar with this water heater, they may have a better insight into the problem. I am not sure that I have received my dollar's worth from this conversation.
Hello and thank you for using the service. I will assist you today with your question to the best of my ability. Do not rate service until completed. The previous expert did a good job assisting you with the problem. Unfortunately, the heater is 6 years old. This is past any normal tank warranties. It is usually a point to consider replacement. You can mix a solution of dish soap and water to pour over the element, so when filling, any air leaking will create bubbles if it in fact is leaking in that area. If the leak is not on the element, then the tank is toast and not repairable and replacement is imminent.
I had thought of using soapy water to find the leak. I can hear the hissing air leak when I fill up the heater with water. It is not coming from the gasket/element area, but from, it seems, above it. The warranty on this rheem marathon is good until May 31, 2105. I called and they said it could be replaced under warranty. Quite the warranty.
2,105? Wow, I must say that's a warranty. I wouldn't mess with it any longer, just have it replaced. I think you're wasting your time, although I can understand you want your hot water.
Lifetime warranty on the tank. I guess 100 years must mean lifetime. I'm replacing it. I have unhooked everything and will haul it in tomorrow first thing. I would like to thank you for your efforts in helping me find a solution to my problem. It was puzzling to me. I'm satisfied with your efforts. I would have rather been able to fix the problem, but I will not look a gift horse in the mouth. A new heater will be really great. Thanks again.
You're very welcome. Thank you for using the service. Have a great evening.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert, now visit justanswer.com/ythi.